Hello, today we are going to make tiramisu cake. So if you want to impress your girlfriend or boyfriend, make tiramisu cake and I can guarantee you that he or she will love it. There is no way somebody will not love it. But I love it, and I don't know anyone who don't love it. So what the point is, when we get it from the market, then there are few things that many Indians would not like to eat. For example, they've got eggs and they use coffee liquor. So many Indians who don't use liquor would not, or any alcohol, would not like it. So I will not use any liquor, and because if you remember my previous video, we had made egg sponge cake. So I will use that egg sponge cake. I have one of them with me, is here. So it is one of the slice of egg sponge cake. It's little thick. So what I will do is I will use this thick slice for the bottom part, and in the middle layer I will slice it half and then use a thinner layer of this sponge cake. But if you are living in any western country, you can go to market and you can also buy these tiramisu biscuits, or what they call is ladies fingers. They are simple biscuit, many flavors comes, you can buy it and it's very easy. But if you want to have eggless, then you will have to make this sponge cake yourself. It's not very difficult, we have learned in other videos, so check that video. So now we are going to make this tiramisu. One of the other ingredient that you will just not find in India is maybe in big cities now you can find this mascarpone cheese. It's just impossible to find mascarpone cheese in most of the towns and shops in India. It's but what we can substitute in place of mascarpone cheese is we can take some thick yogurt and hang it in a muslin cloth for around 1 or 2 hours, like we do for srikhand. You can check my other video where we will make srikhand. So keep it hanging so that all the water will go out of the yogurt and very thick creamy yogurt substance will be left. That is basically is close to mascarpone cheese. So use that. Take this mascarpone cheese in a bigger bowl, or if you are making from yogurt, then your thick yogurt. Mix little amount of sugar in this, not too much, alright, and mix them. I'm using a spoon, it's not very convenient, but if you have a whisk thing, that will be easier. Well, I don't want to buy one whisker just for making this cake, so it should be alright. It works fine, you can see. And if no one is looking at you, just take little bite from here and eat it. Wonderful. In the mixture of mascarpone cheese and sugar, add cream. I got this double cream with me, so add this cream and mix in the cheese. Already made custard separately, and if you want to know how to make custard, you can check my other video, or you can buy a fresh custard from market as well, so it's up to you. So but I have made my fresh custard and you can check my video for that. So add this custard in this mixture and mix them together. You need to mix them together very well so that everything will get mixed uniformly. We need to soak our these biscuits or my sponge cake in a coffee liquor, but because we are not using coffee liquor today, so we will make our own coffee liquor, homemade. For that, just use any instant coffee. Okay, and mix hot water and just mix it. So our homemade coffee liquor is ready. It's little funny, but this is what we will call coffee liquor today. And otherwise you can mix little rum or brandy in it, and that will go very good with this. Okay, so now what we are going to do is take your biscuits, or in my case these sponge cake, dip it here in this coffee. Do not dip it too long, otherwise it will break. Just once, so that it soaks enough coffee liquor or coffee, and place in whichever things you are using to make your tiramisu cake. I'm just using this plastic box, so it should be alright. So I will fill all this plastic box with this kind of biscuit. You can see I have filled this box with all the sponge cakes, and after dipping them in this coffee liquor or coffee and water, so they are not of same height, if you notice, but because I used my own sponge cake and it wasn't, I need to cut it, so it wasn't good. But if you are using biscuits, tiramisu biscuits, it will look very nice, but still it's looking nice. So what now we need to do is take this mixture that we made of mascarpone cheese, cream and custard, and pour over this. Keep around half of it for using later for second layer. So just spread it a little more. Now what we'll do the same thing again. We'll take our this coffee liquor that I'm having, and then use more biscuits and make another layer over it. So let's start again. As you can see, I'm putting now second layer of my biscuits dipped in coffee liquor over this custard layer. Now as you can see, I have covered the second layer of biscuits as well. So now whatever the liquid is left that we made with the mascarpone cheese and cream and custard, just pour over this. So now everything is covered very nicely. Now we need to do topping for this. Take some cocoa powder from any brand in this tea, I don't know what it's called, tea chalni or something, and spread uniformly over our cake, and just clean the sides. Okay, and now I'm going to put this in the refrigerator for 3 to 4 hours. Now we learned that making this sexy tiramisu cake is not very difficult to make. If you can buy most of the things from the market, like the biscuits and the mascarpone cheese and cream, everything, or even custard from the market, then it's very easy. So I'm going to put it in the refrigerator and we will try how it goes after 3 to 4 hours. Or if you want to eat it quickly, you need to make the custard really thick so that it will thicken, get solidify very quickly. But I'm not in a hurry, so I will keep it in the refrigerator overnight, and tomorrow morning we'll have tiramisu cake.